You and your companions gather at the command room.
There is a problem.
A problem? What problem? Did something happen?
With our tourists out of commission, the void should have ceased its spread. It has not.
What? Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. I've compared reports from multiple areas. The void is still closing in around us.
Oh man. Oh no.
The spread hasn't stopped near Osaka or Nagoya either. It has slowed down since we defeated Arcturus, but at best it only gives us a little more time.
But why? If the void isn't stopping, how much longer do we have?
It's difficult to get an exact number, but I'd say a day, maybe 2.
1 day? Why? We defeated the Triangulum. We did everything we could.
We didn't... They're not gone.
Of course we did. We fought Nebula, Spica, Arcturus. That's all of them.
I'm willing to bet no.
No, hold on. We haven't. We technically haven't defeated them. Huh? They're not destroyed. They're in Miyako's custody. Maybe that's why the void hasn't stopped.
That is a possibility. But we can verify that the attack against this data in the Akashic record has ended. If their assault had not subsided, it would be gone by now.
So, where does that leave us?
It leaves us in a world that will soon be consumed by the void. That Miyako woman claimed the astrolabe was shut off. How does she know about its existence?
Maybe Psyduck told her.
That might explain why she knows about it, but that doesn't explain how she knows it will remain shut off after Arcturus' defeat. Most importantly, has the astrolabe actually ceased to function? Can we really trust her words?
She seemed very sure when she said it. Chief Miyako does not make claims like that lightly.
If her claims are true, then our situation is even more dire.
Yeah, this world has already been heavily damaged by the void. If we use the astrolabe to regress the world, we'd be able to invert that damage. But there's no chance of doing that if the astrolabe really is non-functional.
That was our plan. Defeat Arcturus, and return to the Akasha Strata with Alcor to regress the world again. It would seem that now we need to reactivate the astrolabe somehow.
Reactivated, huh? If we asked Psyduck, he might know something that could help. Unfortunately, Miyako still has him captive. And the Triangulum, too. It seems that girl is holding all the cards within her grasp.
We know that she has a plan, that it involves sacrificing the 13 of us.
What do you think Chief Miyako's plotting?
Save the world, probably.
Chief Miyako does seem to know more than we do about the astrolabe and the Triangulum. You think that perhaps she's using this knowledge to try and save the world?
In her own stupid way, I'm pretty sure she is.
I don't think she's a bad person either. She's been trying since the beginning to protect humanity from the Triangulum. And she did come to save us.
You're such a sucker. She's probably only been helping us because she needs us for her master plan.
There's too much we do not know at this time. Perhaps we should wait for her to contact us. I have other business to attend to anyhow.
Like having some fun?
I'm afraid there's no time for that sort of thing. I had planned on investigating how this world's chips can control the Dragon Stream. It became quite apparent in the battle against Arcturus. My control over the Dragon Stream is much weaker in this world. As it stands, I am no match for Miyako Hotsuin. Odds are, we will need to face her one day, and I need to be prepared for it. For now, stay sharp, and keep your eyes on Miyako Hotsuin. Dismissed.
You all leave the command room. Alright, any more story events? None really. And I want to work on him. I'm pretty sure he's vital. Like, I have a gut instinct he's gonna be vital for this whole thing. Yamato's patrolling the city.
Ah, it's you.
Searching for takoyaki?
Takoyaki, huh? I haven't had that in a long time. No, it is regrettable, but with the world in this state, there is no time for treats. By the way, what do you think of this world?
I mean, it actually is kind of fun, but in the same way, it's pretty awful. With the way things are, it's still kind of fucked.
I'm sure it seems that way to you. The world has succumbed to the void yet again, and we are still unable to free ourselves from the administrator's control. Even so, this world is still much better than the second one.
He smiled and stared at you.
However, if it wasn't like this, it would mean my time in the Akasha Stratum was for naught.
Thank you, Yamato.
No need. You ought to thank Alcor instead. Without him, we would never have been able to regress past that world. It was a terrible place. Nothing but death and despair. But what is he doing? It isn't like Alcor to get himself captured.
Didn't you hate him?
I don't hate him. I don't exactly like him. The simple fact is, we have need of his powers. It would cause trouble if he were to keep sleeping. That's all there is to it.
Let's help rescue him then.
You're right. We'll rescue Alcor as soon as matters are settled. You and I together. We won't lose this time.
And he walks away with a fierce smile on his lips. Hey, rank 2. Aside from that, do I have any more one that I need to... Really? Alright, no story ones first off. Just double checking that. Free battle right there. Alright, Yamato. Daichi calls your name.
Hey man, how are you doing? We took down Arcturus, so there's a relief. Now that Yamato's back, I realize how dependent we were on him.
I'm grateful for all he has done.
Yeah, we got tons to thank him for. I wish we could get him a present or something, to show our appreciation, you know? The only problem is, what do you get for the guy who has no interest at all?
Food.
Speak of the devil, there's our Prince Arrogant. Perfect timing. I'll just go ask him right now. You wait here.
Oh, this is gonna be fun to watch. He runs over to Yamato.
Hey! Yamato!
Stop yelling, Shijima. I am not deaf.
Oh, my bad. So, totally casual thing I gotta ask you. No biggie, just wondering, what kind of stuff do you like?
What do I like? Willpower is great. I tend to approve of strength, physical and otherwise.
You know what? That was on me. I was totally unclear there. Let me phrase it this way, like...
Capable personnel.
Shit. Accidentally did that wrong.
Huh. Okay. Oh, hey, I know. If someone, not me by the way, wanted to, hypothetically, again, not me, get you some kind of present, what would you enjoy?
I don't need your charity, Shijima.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Sorry to bug you.
Huh?
Comes back with sagging shoulders.
Critical failure, dude. You couldn't even get a whiff of the idea of a hint.
Useless sheet. No, thanks for trying.
Sorry, man. I'm out. Maybe it wasn't that good an idea. It'd probably be best if you asked him yourself. He likes you. I know. I was the one who suggested it. But will you please ask him? I'll go see if I can scrounge up some intel from the others.
And he walks away powerlessly.
Huh. What are you doing there?
He walks towards you. Would takoyaki be alright?
A tempting offer. I thought there was protocol to these situations where you clumsily bandy about for hints and deny accusations first. I presume this is merely a continuation of Shijima's conversation from earlier? What are you two plotting?
Hoping to get you a gift of thanks.
I see. I suppose I can accept your offer, if that's the case. However, I do not lack anything at the moment. Whenever I am in need of something, I look into the cause of the problem and solve it. That's simply how I've been living.
Pick up action. Why so serious?
What do you mean to imply? Am I not always? Of course, I do understand your intentions. I will have to examine this matter again in the future.
And he walked away. Damn it. That still works. Hey! Alright, his events are now gone off the map. Wait, hold on. Any story events on the map? None at all. So, we gotta work on Ronaldo, Yamato, Jungo, and Joe. Odds are Jungo because he's about to reach level 5, and I'm curious what his thing is. Chawanmushi of Joy! He's surrounded by dogs and cats. Aww.
Look, I met my kitty again, and many new friends.
There are so many.
They're all his family. I'm having them test my chawanmushi.
Jungo cools down his Chawanmushi and spoon feeds it to Jungo.
Do you like this one? Mm-hmm. Okay. How about this one? No? You don't like this one? Okay. It has room for improvement.
Little kids are trying to climb up on Jungo's shoulders.
That tickles! It took a long time, but we finally met each other again. I'm very, very, very happy.
I'm glad, Jungo.
Me too. I still met up with all of you, even though I didn't have my memories yet. That's because our bonds are strong. They last even between worlds. That's why I was able to meet him again. We couldn't meet earlier because I was busy fighting to protect important things. So now I'll do everything I can to protect him and this small happiness.
He scratches Jungo's throat. He decides to leave Jungo there and walk away. No! It wasn't enough! No! I had a feeling it would, though! Is it because they didn't say it was his family? Hold up.
Devil Survivor.
Jungo, is it all because I didn't say they were your family? Or they were the cat's family? Okay, no, it would have actually made no difference at all. God damn it. Or should I have said how did you meet them? Shit. Oh god, the game does not tell you when you get a point in these conversations or not. Damn it! Should have worked on them when you had a chance. I did though! You still got time. I know, but just... He should be so close! I sort of was like 2 points away. Yeah. So Joe? Yeah, it's time for Joe. Let me again make sure there are no story moments. So, essence of truth. Joe and Ronaldo seem to be low in spirits.
Hey, so about Joe's proposal.
Oh, God. Don't tell me.
He lost the ring,
How?
so he couldn't go through with it.
There was a hole in my jacket. I guess no matter what state the world's in, this thing's doomed to have a hole in it. I guess that's what I get for buying a cheap knockoff.
But at least she sewed a patch on for you. I think she did a good job. It may be a knockoff, but it's got more warmth and care in it than a real one could ever have. You can't question the love in that mending.
You actually can. That's a pretty good job. And emotional, too. Joe sighs sadly.
That ring was expensive.
That means you've got a reason to live.
On the bright side, maybe I'll channel this frustration next time we're in battle. But come on, I was so close. And now back to square one. I don't know much about brands, but that ring was from Shiffany.
Huh.
You haven't heard of Shiffany? Well, what do you know? You're in high school.
Wait, Joe. Tell me the name of that brand again.
I don't know when you became a fashionista, Ranamatopia. I stared at it for hours, so I know. C-H-I-F-Fany. Shiffany.
Suddenly, Ronaldo emphatically grabs Joe's shoulders.
Joe, a ring's a ring. Just get her some other one. Tell you what, if you want, I'll go pick one out with you next time. In fact, yes, that would probably be best. We'll do just that.
I'm counting on you.
Leave it to me. I, Ronaldo Kuriki, do solemnly swear that I will not rest until Joe has a new engagement ring.
Okay, this is getting kind of weird. I'm perfectly capable of handling this myself. Although, you guys did cheer me up. Thanks. And with that, I take my leave.
Joe cheerfully walks away.
So, want to hear a secret? I felt so bad after the failed proposal attempt that I told Joe's girlfriend the whole story.
Dude.
She knows him so well. She could tell something was up the moment he walked in the room. And do you know what she told me? She said she'd wait for him as long as it takes, even if that means forever. That Joe's a lucky guy. I hope he knows it.
He smiles gently and looks up at the sky. It still worked. Low 4. Woo! It's supposed to be Tiffany, but I honestly wanted to chalk it up to, oh yeah, it's a game. They can't use actual names of things, so they just say, oh yeah, they changed the first letter or the last syllable. What the future holds. We got a story battle. Alright, let's save our mistakes and go. You receive a call.
Hey, we're getting the transmission from Chief Miyako. Everyone's at the command center already, so you better hurry.
Hey. Oh, God. Fuck, you on. Yeah, the call ends. You find everyone already gathered in the command room.
Oh, there he is.
Now that all of you are here, let's begin.
Okay, I'll patch her through.
Miyako's transmission begins.
Good evening to all of you in the Nagoya branch.
Do not bother with formalities. We have questions, and we want them answered. Tell me what you know about the astrolabe, and about Alcor. Where are you keeping him?
I have no obligation to answer that question. I will only say that he is safe for the time being.
Alright, that's good to hear. Any chance you'll just give him back?
No, that is something I simply cannot do.
Okay, back to the astrolabe then. You said its functions will remain shut down even after Arcturus' defeat. What did you mean?
I meant exactly what I said. Even should you slay Arcturus, the astrolabe would not reactivate. This is because there is no rightful administrator.
There should be one.
Are you referring to Alcor? He is not an administrator.
Why the heck not? He took his place on the heavenly throne. Besides, he already managed to work the Akashic record so that we could regress the world. Twice.
He is insufficient to become an administrator. Therefore, he would not be capable of reactivating the astrolabe.
Then, how do we reactivate it?
If Arcturus had succeeded in taking the heavenly throne, that would have reactivated the astrolabe.
But Arcturus was trying to destroy mankind. We can't allow something like that to become administrator.
Yes, I agree. Allowing Arcturus control of the astrolabe would have been unthinkable. However, if we wish to restore the parts of this world that have been devoured by the void, we require the astrolabe.
Chief Miyako, you speak as if you have such means. Do you have another way to reactivate the astrolabe?
We need to create a true administrator, preferably one that won't attack mankind.
Create an administrator? Is that even possible?
It certainly is.
How?
My plan at its fruition will make Alcor into an administrator, with the right to sit upon the heavenly throne. To achieve that, I will require the cooperation of all 13 of you.
Did you lock up the Triangulum for the same reason? That's why the void's still spreading. Because you won't just destroy them.
I can see how you would come to that conclusion, but your speculation is just that. The void has not stopped because there is no administrator upon the heavenly throne. Its current spread is unrelated to the Triangulum, now that their functions have ceased. I have been keeping the Triangulum in a near-sleep state because I intend to make them swords.
Swords? Are you going to fight someone?
The swords are the servants of the administrator. They carry out its will. Polaris had the Septentrions, and Arcturus had Denebula and Spica. Alcor was not recognized as a legitimate administrator. He had no swords to command. If we repurpose the Triangulum to become his swords, he will truly be able to claim the title of administrator.
You can do that?
Only if the 13 of you cooperate.
Now, when you keep saying cooperate, what does that entail exactly? I should probably tell you that I may have to sit out any strenuous activity this could involve.
I need all of you to become part of a device that will turn Alcor into the administrator.
Part of a device? What does that even mean?
Once you become one with the device, your consciousness will cease to be. All sensation, thought, and physical activity will be halted, and you will remain suspended in a state very close to death.
What? That's... Oh, man.
No way!
Everyone seems to be deeply worried and confused.
How long would we have to stay a part of this device?
If you truly wish for peace, for all eternity.
Right. You're taking this joke way too far, Miyako-chan.
I am sorry to say this is no jest. There is no other way to save this world.
There are several.
Once you enter the device and Alcor becomes the rightful administrator, the astrolabe will reactivate. At that point, he will use the astrolabe to regress the world once more, returning it to a state before this destruction began. As long as Alcor remains administrator, there would be no threat from others, such as Polaris or Arcturus. There will be peace once and for all. And the only ones capable of fulfilling that role, becoming one with the device, are the 13 of you.
We're the only ones? Why?
It is the mandate of Providence. I am unsure how much you are aware of,
regarding the Administrator and the Astrolabe. But as the ones who defeated Polaris, only you have the right to activate it.
Because we have administrative authority.
Administrative authority? What's that?
I'll explain later. All you need to know for now is that the 13 of us are necessary to use the astrolabe again.
Yes, all 13 of your lives must be sacrificed for the reactivation of the astrolabe. And I too shall sacrifice myself to see this plan fulfilled.
You too? And why is that?
Because my existence in this world is unnatural.
What do you mean?
Now that my brother has returned to this world, I should not be. I am an anomalous existence. If I remain, there is a chance the astrolabe will not reactivate. In order to safeguard mankind, I must be sacrificed as well.
Miss Miyako, you're okay with that? How can you speak of sacrificing yourself without hesitation, without fear?
It is because I am Miyako Hotsuin. I am humanity's guardian and shield, the head of the Hotsuin family. It is not only for the sake of my duty. I wish to protect humanity. I wish to see them live in peace and prosper. We all know someone whom we wish to protect. Friends, family. Please, you must understand.
But even if it is to save humanity, it shouldn't require a sacrifice. It shouldn't come at such a cost. Miss Miyako, just as you hold humanity dear to your heart, there are many who hold you dear the same way.
You're so strange. Most people would be angry or in denial with all this talk. Yet, it seems as though you are more concerned for my well-being than your own.
Of course we don't want to die, but we don't want anyone else to have to die either. Which is why we don't want you to sacrifice yourself. We will do everything we can to stop it.
Alas, there is no other way to save this world.
There are at least one other way.
My plan will ensure the most lives saved for a small sacrifice. I wish to protect the people of this world. And I believe in you. I know that you will come to understand me and agree. I will contact you tomorrow morning to hear your answer. Farewell.
Hold on. How do we know you're telling the truth about any of this? We want to talk to Psyduke.
You will just have to trust in me. It is all I can ask of you.
The transmission ends.
So, to save the world, we have to die.
This is way too big of a decision to make right now. And besides, we don't know if we trust what Miyako-chan has to say on the subject, yeah?
At least her explanation of the triangulum makes sense. If Falcor were not a rightful administrator, it does stand to reason that Arcturus would appear to replace him. I feel there is a great deal of truth in what she told us just now.
Then, if we don't do what Miyako-chan says, we won't be able to use the astrolabe. Ever. The world will just end up swallowed by the void, and we're finished.
I suppose we should agree on our answer by tomorrow morning, then. You are all dismissed. Try to get some sleep.
The command room empties in a contemplative silence. So, Astrolabe. Now the story event has shown up, which means I probably have to do that. And yeah, I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm all in for the ending where you punch a guy in the face. We've done it, I think, almost in every single SMT game. Actually, I'm willing to make a bet that in every single SMT game, there is an ending where you punch God. I'm trying to think. Maybe not directly punch, but you just go up to God and say fuck you. I am almost guaranteeing that. Not every game. Ah, damn it. That's why I said almost, I guess. Close to, but not every. I choose every, because to me it sounds more complete. Astrolabe, what's this? You see Irie and Hinako walking down the corridor.
Oh, hey, great timing. We were going to go ask Yamato about the whole administrative authority thing. Want to tag along?
Hey, good idea. You are Yamato's favorite after all. I'm sure if you're there, he'll open up a lot more.
I mean, sure, fine.
All right, well, let's get a move on.
You head for the command center with Irie and Hinako.
Yes? What is it?
Hey, remember how you were talking with Miyako about the administrative authority? What exactly did you mean by that? It's because we possess this authority thing. That's why Miyako wants us to sacrifice ourselves to reactivate the astrolabe, right?
Correct. Administrative authority is required to use the astrolabe. It is something held by all rightful administrators. We hold the authority within us all, which is why Miyako's plan requires all 13 of us. Combined, we could pass that along to Alcor, so he could reactivate the astrolabe. A true administrator requires not just the swords, but the authority as well. Anything else?
Why do we have the authority?
Alcor divided up Polaris' authority and stored it within us.
Wait, what? Oh.
Therefore, Alcor does not hold administrative authority. It is divided among the 13 of us.
Why did he give it to us?
It would be complicated if he held onto the authority himself. Since he is a sword, he is bound by the laws of the administrators.
Laws of the administrators?
He would have to transfer his authority if another administrator appeared.
Oh, hold up. I'm getting the call. Oh shit, this is gonna be good. Hello? Yes!
That's right. It's Friday. This week, we're treating every associate not wanting a bag of Kroger Shell peanuts and Kroger Just make sure you take a break and enjoy the snack on us today. We appreciate every member of the UNICEF team. Can't thank you enough for everything you're doing and everything that you continue to do. Let's talk about some of the things happening across the Houston division. This week, we launched our very first free COVID-19 testing clinic partnership with Memory Company. Our pharmacists, that's right, our pharmacists and our pharmacy technicians are staffed in programs. Our healthcare workers, first responders, clinicians, and testing for free. I'm extremely proud that this is something we do as we work to keep our community safe and healthy. We're also getting ready to celebrate our graduates. Congratulations to all of our associates who graduated. This is exciting. Thank you.
I'll summarize in a second. I'm waiting to hear one thing. Oh god, that's right. My employer just this week made it mandatory for people to start wearing masks. Okay. That's all they're doing. So they actually did not I'm gonna have to talk to my boss when I get to work, cause that's gonna be fun. Summarize that. That was the call for my work. CEO of the company. Automated message to everyone. We all get it. And as a thank you for everyone working during the COVID crisis, this week we get a bag of fruit snacks, some peanuts from our company, and a bottle of water for free. That's our thank you. We only get it once though, and only on today. If I don't go to the store and get it right now, I lose all of that right there. That's it. It was also a call boasting about how now all the vendors in our store have to wear a mask as well while they're on our property. Which I'm still shocked that they just passed down that rule and they didn't have that enforced. Because goddamn, it was unnerving seeing them all just not wearing a mask, all walking through, mubbing shoulders and everything. Because our receiving area is not that big. So that's my job. They still are underpaying me and they still refuse to give me my raise that I was due a month ago. But hey, why would they care?
The moment Arcturus arrived, Alcor would have had to surrender his authority. That would have left Arcturus free to use the astrolabe. Humanity would have been erased easily.
Funny you say that, Danger Fang, because I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, they offered us one free Slim Jim as well.
But Arcturus didn't possess administrative authority, so he couldn't use it. Unlike administrators and swords, we humans are not part of the control system of the Akashic Record. That is why Arcturus did not automatically obtain administrative authority. Alcor did this as a safeguard against Uri, who was supposed to be the next administrator. We would be in a much more dire situation if it weren't for Alcor's foresight.
So that's what happened. But if Psyduke is the one who gave us his authority, why can't we just give it back to him instead of having to sacrifice ourselves?
In order to return the administrative authority, we require the use of the astrolabe. In fact, Alcor used the astrolabe to grant it to us the first time.
Oh, I see. Since we can't use the astrolabe right now, we can't return the authority to Alcor in a normal way, which is why we'd have to sacrifice ourselves for Miyako's plan.
Correct.
That must be why she was so willing to offer her help in bringing all of us together again.
Judging from what you've told me of her, that was most likely her purpose. She may have been spreading Nicaea to increase the odds of you regaining your memories, thus making it easier to discover us.
So that's what happened. We have the administrative authority now. Does that mean if the astrolabe were still operational, we could have done almost anything?
I'm pretty sure we could have, actually. So if we all get together and we decide on something, it could happen.
Your conjecture seems logical, but it isn't quite that simple. Only non-humans, such as administrators or swords, are capable of using the astrolabe to its full extent. I was able to use a portion of the astrolabe's powers, but even then, I was limited only to restoring corrupted data.
So, how do we make full use of the astrolabe? I mean, we gotta use it at some point to fix the world, right?
There are 3 requirements. First, we require the administrative authority in full, which means all 13 of us must be together. Second, we need a non-human to control the astrolabe, such as Alcor. Finally, we need to reactivate it. Once we've done all these things, we can make full use of the astrolabe.
So we need to find solutions for 2 and 3, huh? Psyduke's been captured by Miyako, and we don't know how to reactivate the astrolabe.
Because we are currently incapable of using the astrolabe, we have no way of restoring the world. Not to mention, we have yet to find a way to halt the spread of the void either. The odds are not currently in our favor.
Then is Miyako's plan really the only way to save this world?
Not at all.
If everything she told us is true, then yes. However, we can't be certain she is being honest with us, and even if she is, should we follow the path she presented to us? I suggest you give it some thought. We will speak on it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, we'll go tell everyone else about the administrative authority, just so they're aware too. It's best to know everything before we make a decision about cooperating with Miyako.
You leave the command room with Ari and Hinako. So I'm willing to bet that was mandatory for one of the endings. So I'm not sure what the options are, but right now Miyako seems to be quite literally the worst one. Yeah, I'm down to go punch God anyways, because that's kind of our default state of being. Is there a God? Do I have a fist? I feel they must be connected. Let's see. Ronaldo's another one that we need to level up, so... Sure. The wrong way. Making sure there's no portraits for anyone else I need. No. Ronaldo's carrying away a wounded man. He's carrying a wounded man.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ronaldo.
Don't apologize. You fought valiantly. Rest now. All you have to do is focus on getting better.
Ronaldo, it's getting bad out there. Who knows what they're gonna throw at us next time? There's more and more demons every day. We're barely holding out as it is. We don't have enough tamers to hold them back. Here, let me take it.
The construction worker brings the wounded away.
Damn! Oh, it's you. I didn't know you were there. We just had to fight off a horde of demons. We're losing tamers left and right. Our numbers are dwindling. If this keeps up, we won't be able to hold them back much longer.
Can we rely on the... on SDF?
Impossible. You know as well as I do that they're useless against demons.
Worth a shot.
If we can get the civilian tamers and gyps to work together, we might stand a chance. No, wait! That's it! We should go to gyps. We all want to protect people. It shouldn't matter if we're friend or foe. But would they agree to help if I asked them?
I think we'll change it if we don't take action.
You got a point. I have to try. I am Ronaldo Kuriki, and I have devoted myself to justice, and that justice will win them over. I'll do my best to protect peace and defend the weak. Thank you. You have cleared away my doubt. I'll talk to the gyps agents immediately. This must be my battle from here on.
I'll go with you.
You're as big a fool as I am. Let's go.
Ronaldo is talking to Gyp squad leader.
Please, I beg of you.
Ronaldo explains what they do to the Gyps agent and implores them to consider joining forces.
Why come to Gyps with this?
We can't defend everybody on our own. Lend us your strength.
What did you say?
Lend us your strength. If all our tamers, gyps, and civilians work together, we'd be able to protect even more people. 1 + 1 isn't 2. It's infinite.
I want to say no, but I get the message.
So please, I beg of you.
Ronaldo bows down to the agent. Bow down with them. You bow down to the agent.
Please, lift your head.
Well?
We're all human. We don't wish to abandon innocence to the demons. Ronaldo Kuriki, we will do the best we can. However, we can't make any official promises. We still have our own duties to attend to. I'm sure we both have important tasks to return to. We'll take our leave now.
Agent goes back to her mission.
Sorry to make you do something so degrading. It was the only way to get them to work with us.
Pride doesn't save lives.
Those are some serious words, and undeniable. There is nothing more precious than a life. I'm glad you understand. I'd like to believe our words got through to them. I'm going to stop by the shelter on the way back. I'll see you later.
And Ronaldo walks away. 4. He's so close to doing 5. So close. And now I gotta go to sleep. It's bedtime. I don't actually know why I saved, so I have to save the moment I'm done with this as well.
Oh, well, hey there! Looks like you had yourselves another busy day. I made a little summary about all the cool stuff you got up to today. Well, wanna hear it?
Sure thing.
Alrighty, let's give this a go. First off, you got a checkup from Otome last night, so you woke up in the infirmary. After you had a stretch and brushed your teeth, you discovered that Mako Mako escaped from Gyps. It turns out she didn't discover anything about what Miyako Hotsuin was plotting, but at least she got out safe. Phew. Then you guys went to the Sky Tower to save His Excellency. Along the way, you beat the snot out of some pesky Gyps agents guarding the terminal. You snuck into the underground facility all stealth-like and talked with His Excellency. That's when, spoiler, you found out that Yami has been in the Akasha Stratum this whole time. I didn't see that twist coming. Now, to make this all sorts of complicated, His Excellency was being held captive by the Dragon Stream, so you'd need Yami to break him out. Except there was no way to get to the Akasha Stratum, so, there was no way to get Yami. We were all trying to figure out how to get up to that giant space library, when out of nowhere, bam! Arcturus o'clock! You put up a good fight against Arcturus. Full points for trying, but in the end, there was no way you could topple it. I mean, what's with that cheap ability? It's cheating, I say. 100% not fair. So don't get down, sweetie. It's not your fault. So you guys were gonna run, and at that very moment, Miyako Hotsuin showed up to lend a hand. Finally! But then again, it was probably only because she needed you guys alive for her vague, mysterious plan to work, right? Oh, when you guys were holding the line against Arcturus, your friends got more of their memories back. That's when you realized that this was actually the third world. There was a whole second world before this. It turns out you guys, well, most of you, already fought the Triangulum in the second world. That's really sad, though. It would have been nice for you guys to have had a little peace and not remembered all that bad stuff. It's not right, and it's not fair that things had to happen like this. Tico is near tears over here. On top of that, your friends figured out why you're the only one who didn't have that dream. It's because, well, you didn't exist in that world. It makes so much sense now, right? Right? Right! After that whole big fight, the void started spreading really, really fast because of Arcturus. It was all, super not cool. So you guys were all like, Sigh, fine, I guess we need Yami's help to beat Arcturus. Because it turned out, in the second world, it was Yami and His Excellency who took Arcturus down for the count. So, Fumi happened to stumble on a terminal that Gyps was trying to keep hush-hush this whole time. And behold, it was a terminal that could send you flying all the way through space to the Akasha Stratum. As soon as you got that news, dun dun dun, disaster struck and you got a death video of Yami. So you guys were all like, no, Yami, we have to save him. So then you went to the Akasha Stratum, which is where you learned why Yami was up there the whole time instead of down here, helping. I guess the Triangulum were trying to destroy your data in the Akashic Record. And Yami stayed behind to salvage and restore your data. See, it's all confusing because remember how you totally didn't exist in that super bleak second world? It's thanks to Yami fixing up your data that you were resurrected in this one. Of course, it wasn't all hugs and high fives. You found out that if Yami stopped restoring your data, you might maybe disappear. Which is why he was all like, I have no intention of returning to the material plane. But then you were all like, please, and he was like, sigh, I suppose I consent. You promised him that you'd totally demolish Arcturus before you disappeared. Yami was all swooned by your charm and your suaveness and your cuteness, and he decided to come back with you. So you and Yami formed the super epic team of Arcturus smashing, and you guys smashed Arcturus. And that slowed the spread of the void, which is awesome, but it didn't stop it, which is less awesome. And Miyako Hotsuin said it was because the astrolabe was shut off. Then, at night, Miyako Hotsuin called and she finally told you about her big plan for totally saving the world and stuff. It sort of involves sacrificing the Triangulum, herself, and all 13 of you, so yeah. But doing all that would totally make His Excellency the rightful administrator. According to Miyako Hotsuin, her big plan for totally saving the world and stuff is the only plan for totally saving the world and stuff. But to make that work, she wants you all to sacrifice yourselves.
She ended the transmission after saying she'd give you until tomorrow to make a decision. But, you know, when you think about it, can we really trust what that woman says? Is Miyako Hotsuin's plan really the only way to fix the world? Oh well, I got no clue. Well, that about wraps up today's big events. Okay, have a nice week!
Let's save. Time for Friday.